Be ready, be ready, be ready, be ready, be ready.
REDDY, resilience in my eyes, education, discipline, determination, and that's why.
Be ready, be ready, be ready, be ready, be ready.
REDDY.
Welcome to another episode of Ready Pipeline. I know it's been a while, but we're back, y'all. We're back. Glad to see you. It's the summertime, so I know it's transitioning and all that good stuff going on. You're eating good. You're getting ready for the season.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm Ted T, and we have Coach Jay with us, and so we just go catch you up on some of the things that transpired since we last talked to you. Coach Jay, we're gonna start with Coach Jay. Hey,
Man, you know you gotta give your intro, man. If people want to hear the intro, we gotta get the intros, baby.
Okay, yeah, you're right. See, it's been so long.
Right.
I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to.
Yeah.
Already. All right. Hey, I want you to be ready. I want you to stay ready, and I want you to be all ready. You know who it is. It's me, Ted T.
Yeah, warriors wake up, soldiers check in. What mission are we on today, man? You know this Coach Jay, man. Hey, it's a pleasure to be back with the people, man. So, hey, let's get it in, man. We ain't gonna be for you long, but we gonna be strong. Let's get it on, man.
Already. Hey, like I said, I just want to talk about some of these transitions that we made personally over, these last few months. And so, Coach Jay, we're gonna start with you because you got that good.
Hey, man,
Hold on, you got that good. Man. You got that good information.
It's all good, man. So, hey, definitely been an adventurous last few months. Finally finished my doggone academic program, a PhD program. So, man, that was a journey and a half. It was arduous. It was tense. But I finally, finished it, man. Of course, I want to give thanks to the Creator, man, my family, my queen, everybody that was in riding with me, man. Big Ted, man. Hey, I'm talking to say, man, they got me doing this, that. But we battled through it. Hey, it takes the energy of the village, man, to get through anything that's a challenge, an obstacle, man. And I made it through, completed my doctoral process, man. So, hey, graduated from that, man. Zau, to everybody that was showing the love, support, that pushed me through it, man, definitely was something that I wanted to complete, to increase impact and be an example for those that I'm connected to, man. So, hey, I'm here. I made it through, man. So now I'm in position to move forward into a professor process where I'm gonna be doing a postdoctorate at the University of Texas at Austin, starting this fall. So revving up for that in the Black Studies department. Going to be helping to build the argument for us to continue to study us. You know what I'm saying? So of course it's a big deal politically about Black studies and Black people having the opportunity to really study our story, study the context that helps empower us. So we have to continue to position ourselves to be the leaders in that fight. So that's what I'm gonna be engaged in over the next period of time. So, hey, phenomenal transition, but hey, it's always a work to do to continue to empower our people, to build our young warriors, our families. We're gonna keep pushing, man. So that's where I'm at, man. Hey, what about you, Big Ted? I know you making a powerful transition, man, and moved your feet in different directions. You done had some phenomenal events. We gotta talk about all that because I was at the event. We gotta talk about that, man. So hey, talk to the people, man.
Absolutely. Hey, now we can call Coach J Dr. J, official Dr. J in the building, y'all. Congrats, Coach J. Congrats on that, for real, man. I'm glad to be in your presence on that, man. And you did it silently, but you was doing it. I was wondering why you was always scratching your head and wondering and looking off, and so man, it all makes sense now.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, my head just spinning. I don't know. I was going left or right.
Right. Is it Monday? Is it Wednesday? Is it it's Tuesday and Wednesday at the same time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of it, man. Every which way. What they say, every which
Already.
way.
Already, man. But yeah, I love it. I love it. I appreciate it. But yeah, my transition is, I've been in a position for about 12 years. And I was at one particular campus for 12 years in Fort Worth ISD. Now I'm making a transition to Crowley ISD, to a leadership academy,
Yeah.
David Walker Leadership Academy, and it's a challenge. It's a challenge, and I'm up for the challenge. Now the pay grade was I love that
Got a little
influenced
boost,
me.
got a little
Yeah,
motivation.
got a nice little boost. Yeah, got a nice little boost, and but absolutely was really intrigued with the school wanting the program, wanting us to bring the REDDY pipeline program to their campus, and that was a big push for them because I never even applied for the job. It was actually, I got a few phone calls and people saw what we was doing, and so that let me know that we're in the right direction. We're going in the right direction. So being wanted is always good. All right, now we have to execute. Once you want it, but now we have to execute, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the actual challenge. I'm looking forward to the challenge, and challenge is always fun for me. And what make this kind of rare and kind of cool, I was at this campus before. I was at this campus, when I was in Crowley before I came to Fort Worth ISD. So that's a cool part right there, is making that transition and going back. It looks a lot different than it was, but before I left and went to Fort Worth. So I'm looking forward to it. So all my people in Crowley, you go see me out there in Fort Worth. Our hands will still be in Fort Worth. We'll still have somewhat of our program there until we can get established, put a bid in, and we go come in with our enrichment and mentoring program. Still looking forward. Like Fort Worth, you still home, and you still going to get our services, and we still go pour into our babies.
Oh yeah, we still straight out of Fort Worth.
Yeah, still straight out of the phone.
But that's very cool. Going into Crowley, I want to show some love to Crowley, man. Of course, we show love to Fort Worth ISD, man, but show some love to Crowley, because Crowley, as I was talking about, me even extending my position and working in the area of Black studies and fighting for it, Crowley has an outstanding African American studies program that they are extending and expanding, that I had the opportunity to consult on with the district, to party in the development and review of their curriculum and how their program development was. So Crowley is a very forward-thinking district that is truly with a finger on the pulse of how we can truly provide that culturally relevant and sensitive educational approach and pedagogy for our students, especially our youth of color, Black and brown, that have distinct backgrounds and different situations that we find our communities in, that they're examining and navigating those obstacles so they can still pursue and reach their full potential. Crowley has a open mind in how we can approach that in various ways. So I definitely want to show love to Crowley in that, man. And at the same time, looking at how with Coach Ted T, and the opportunities that he's talking about, even in not even having to call, you ain't got to call nobody. They are seeing the work you're doing when you taking the initiative to pursue things that you have in you, like implementing a mentoring and development program for students. Taking the initiative to do that, taking those steps creates opportunities, and it's a great message for educators, and especially, let's be specific, for Black male educators, that they say there's not a lot of us, and that the opportunities drop. Listen, when you take initiative to do things that you have in you, people are going to recognize that. People are going to give energy to it, and it creates more opportunities, bigger opportunities. People want to bring you in to be an impact to what they're trying to accomplish. So I think that's a great message and exposure for educators and people that are engaged in education, from being an educator in the classroom to being an education consultant. These opportunities are available, especially in these times when the help is needed, the more and more hands are needed to educate because of all the different situations that's going on in this society. You know, from just man, from the pandemic to mass shootings and all these various influences and inputs that are happening. It is a critical time for us to really be the strongest village that we must be for our youth and our future generations, man. So that's phenomenal, brother, as you bring that to the light for the people, man, that's locked in.
Absolutely. And I'll piggyback off that that same thing. When you're doing what you're supposed to do and you're in your lane, you're not really and we spoke about this off camera. We got out of the way of complaining.
There you go.
You know, we got out of the way of complaining, and instead of complaining, we looked at the issue or problem or whatever you want to call it. We looked at it and say, how can we fill those gaps? And if you concentrate on trying to fill the gaps and we're not trying anymore. If you concentrate on filling the gaps, everything else will fall in place. And so I don't know if you're looking for looking to be I don't know what, sometimes we look to be verified, or we look to you know, that pat on the back, or we all want that as humans. We all want to, you know, feel wanted. We all want to feel that we count. We all want to feel that, but sometimes we're not kids anymore in a sense. Yeah. So let's just do the work and let the recognition come. Like, if it comes, it comes. If it don't, it don't. But I guarantee you, if you're doing it right,
yeah,
it's gonna come. Now, it may not come when you want it.
Yeah,
may not come when you want it. But it's gonna come. And so but I was there. Trust me, I was there, because when we were doing this, when I first started doing the program, I felt like I wasn't getting recognized, and they don't see what we're doing. And I knew it was making a change. And when I just took the focus off of being recognized for the program being recognized, when I took the focus off that, then I just started doing the work, then things started to fall in place for me. Absolutely. You know, so hey, you summed that up. I appreciate that. Yeah,
absolutely. And what we got to remember, especially when we working with youth, we work with our young warrior scholars, the recognition is immediate with them. Right. So, you know, shifting and understanding our position as the village that must raise, rear, guide, and protect our youth, our young warriors, our future generations, that recognition immediately, you want immediate gratification. You put your energy into developing them youth and putting that love and really focusing on understanding and building those youth up. That recognition is going to come immediately from those youth. You know, as you build that understanding, you build those relationships with them, you start to see their eyes lighting up in your presence. You start to see their growth and development. You see where they started and where they are going. You see that growth, whether it be incremental or, you know, expansive over a short period of time. That has to be the primary source of recognition. And from, you know, when it comes to everybody else, from when they see that, then hey, that's when that recognition will start to materialize. But man, when you see the eyes of those youth that are waiting for you, they ready to engage in whatever challenges, whatever whatever you have come up with for them to get into. Hey, that's what fires. That's what should fire you. That's what fires me. I know, Coach T. We see that they get excited, they get fired up, they get engaged. Hey, that fires us up, man. And we ready to move forward to the next level of it, man. So I think that's extremely important as we going into this new year. We talked about how educators now how educators can take a new mentality or a strengthened mentality into their positions this year, into their opportunities this year. And I think really focusing on intentionally looking at how those students are responding to your energy, right? It's responding to your energy as a primary focus. Hey, how they responding to your energy when you come into the room? What energy are you bringing that would excite, that would spark, you know, growth in a youth? That's the mission. I think that's a critical part of the mission that we can come in with as educators, as you know, youth development workers, whatever angle that you coming in working with our youth, come in with that energy that can spark their growth, that can spark their movement towards their development. What's your thoughts on how we can come in, how we can come in and improve this year?
Well, I mentioned off season, and I really, really believe that getting your body, like I'm a workout guy, and I'm not saying every educator should work out, but you should have some type of regimen, something that you do to get your blood flowing, get you going in the morning. The worst thing you can do is get up and go straight to work. Like, get up and just like go take care of yourself.
Yes.
When you get up, start to take care of yourself first. Do something for yourself first. I go with exercising. I go with exercising, and I go with devotion. So I'm gonna get my read on. I'm gonna get my spirituality on. I'm gonna go with the physical. I'm doing all these things before I get to work.
Yeah.
So now my mindset going into work is a little ease. I'm not getting up and I'm like, this the first thing. If I feel like people starting to throw problems in my face and this and everything getting thrown at me, no, I've taken care of myself. Now I can take care of others. That saying, put the mask on you first before you put it on the passengers. If a plane going down and you don't have oxygen, you have to be able to breathe first. So taking care of yourself first that's key, the first thing. And then putting yourself around just positive people. Like, I know you don't like you shouldn't like to hang around the teacher lounge. We educators know
stay out of the teacher's lounge.
Stay out. Even if you have to use the ice box, well, I'm old school. You hear me say ice box, the refrigerator. If you have to use the refrigerator, get in, get out, get your stuff, but the teacher lounge, man, I've come to know that it's a lot of complaining, a lot of it's for whatever reason, it's a spirit in that teaching lounge that I don't like. Yeah. And so my advice for you is stay out of the teacher lounge. And when I say stay out of the teacher lounge, I don't necessarily mean just the teacher lounge, but stay away from those the negativity, those that are complaining, those that seems to, it's something wrong with the kids, it's something wrong with the parents, it's something wrong with the administration. And it's always something wrong. It's never, I'm like, we had this conversation off video, but it was like, man, it's nothing going right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't find something that was positive throughout the day, throughout the week, so I advise you to stay away from those people and you get around those people that are very optimistic, are very open-minded, that are willing to go hard in the paint for the students. Yeah. And notice I said for the students. I don't do what you do for administration. Don't do what you do for your boss or whatever. Your energy should be to pour into those students. Yeah. And that's where you get the win. That's how you get buckets. You win in that area. Yeah. All right. So that's the best advice that I can give our educators. I've been in it for a while. I've been in it, and I've had to, I had to figure it out. And we all have to figure it out. And as time goes, like Dr. J says about different issues coming up, like the problems that were 3 years ago are not the same problems that are now. Yeah. And the problems that are now in the next 3 or 4 years, it's going to be something new. Yeah. So, and the world is moving a lot faster with social media and the internet, and the world moves a lot faster than it did 20 years ago, 30 years ago. It's just, it's a lot faster. So since the world is so much faster, you have to be just as fast as the world. Absolutely. So come on now.
Which means you got to take it. See, everything you said, man, is critical. I want to double down on what you said, man, as far as taking care of our mind, our body, our spirit. When we going into these, to engage other people, especially youth, we got to be at our highest peak, health-wise, mental health, physical health. our spiritual alignment with all of those things need to be on point, because that's what creates the energy that we're gonna have to take in. Because you might have to be a culture changer in your environment. You might have to be the one that's the light. You got all these negative people, the sad thing about it is you may have be engaging the students that you have. You might be engaging in a powerful way, but then they got to go to Miss such and such or Mr. and their energy ain't right, and they complaining, and then they come back to you. You like, man, what I just talked. You know what I'm saying? So you might have to be the culture changer for them. Of course, depending on where you at levels to it. If you find yourself in a strong position, when you go in the teacher lounge, you might go in there so strong that you got to change the whole course. They know when you come in the teacher's lounge, you bet not be talking negative about no doggone students. You bet not, because Mr. What's name don't play that. He always locked in. You don't know, we don't do that. Right. So, but that takes us really getting alignment with our physical and those routines that you talk when you wake up in the morning, you start talking to yourself, you start building yourself up, you go get your workout, you get your walk, you get your spiritual, you know what I'm saying? Whether you meditate, you praying, all these different things, you are making sure that you are ready, you are having vision today. All of these practices are critical if we have a vision for really growing and developing a system of development for our children, man, for those, and not just the children, but the families that are connected to them. We have to see it as something that we are pursuing, and we have to be ready for. We got to be strong, our strongest versions of ourselves in every area to really go in and give our all to that vision, man. So what you said is phenomenal, brother. Taking that approach now, it's going to take us really building ourselves to be our strongest version of ourselves, to see the change and to keep up with everything that you talk about that's happening, in mainstream and the different changes and how things are evolving and trends, and from social media to, different focuses politically and economic. It's going to take us to be sharp mentally, physically, and spiritually. We got to know what's going on. We got to be able to see it. Kids is dealing with different stuff. We got to be able to understand that. We got to be like some doggone fireflies out there. Yeah. And it's going to take that energy and building it up for us to really take it on, man. So I definitely double down on your point about being ready and focusing on building ourselves, that personal development, that self strength and conditioning, man, that we need in order to take on and get to the championship this year, baby.
Already.
Yeah,
hey, baby.
Oh, look, we done got somebody that joined us. He say, he don't care what type of show you're doing. I'll come to see what's going on. So, but this is what it's all about, man. So, I'm fired up, brother. This gonna be I'm gonna speak it. This is gonna be a phenomenal year. It's gonna be a powerful year. It's gonna be a year of growth and strength, and people are gonna start to identify the true nature of their greatness from the top down. The bottom, whichever way you want to look at it, from the community to the families, to the students, to the teachers, to everybody that got their hands on, everybody that's in the village. Listen, we're gonna grow this year, and we're gonna see, a vision of what we will become at our highest power and potential, brother. Yeah,
absolutely. And hey, I'm with you on it. I'm up for the challenge, and teachers out there. Not just teachers, educators. And when I say educators, I'm talking about from the cafeteria workers to the janitors, to the counselors, to the librarians, to all those people that are connected, PTA. If you're connected to the school, and you're connected to the school some way or some form, you're connected to it, because if you live in the community, you're connected to the school.
You're a stakeholder.
Yes, absolutely. And so I just say, let's go out here and be like you just said, the best version of you, and watch how it just pours into our students. If we're all on the same page, and look, I know sometimes we may not see the eye to eye on certain things, certain issues, but for our students, we have to find that common ground. Find that common ground to make sure our babies are protected, for one, make sure that they're educated, and make sure that they're locked in, and so, but it starts with us. If they see us fighting, if they see us not, our screws are not tight, they're going to take advantage, they're going to expose us. So instead of them being able to expose us, what we will do, we will make sure our hands are joined together. We'll make sure our minds are joined together. We'll make sure the screws and the nuts are tightened in order for us to be able to get through the pipeline and get with the pipeline
Yeah.
We know what a pipeline was meant to send us, but we're going a different route. We taking a different
Building
pipeline.
our own.
Yeah, we going the pipeline to power.
That's right, baby.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
that's key. And hey, teachers, let's do it. Educators, let's do it. Parents, let's do it. Students, let's do it.
Yeah.
Already.
Yes, sir. Let's get it, man. Hey,
Yes.
Big T. Hey, you got me fired up, man. We ready to go get it this year. Hey, again, thank y'all so much for tuning in to Ready Pipeline. Hey, we gonna be back. We gonna keep pushing. We will build us up so that we can be everything that we were created to become, man. Hey, any final words, Big T, before we get up out of there?
Final words. Hey, I'm with you. Hey, you can send us an email, or you can inbox us on be it on YouTube, on any social media platform that you see this on. If you need help on your campus, if you need help with a particular student, just reach out to us. Now, we may not be able to get all the way around the world, but we can at least get on Zoom. We can at least collaborate. We can at least share some ideas, some things that we've come to know that works, and we can share those ideas, and you can just kind of take it from there. And so those are my final words. You have help. You have help from myself. I know definitely you have help from Coach Dr. J, and we're here. We're here to give you all the information, all those years of education that we have, and then what we've been in the trenches. We have that for you. Absolutely. All right, so you have help with us,
man, and we are excited for the opportunity to connect with you, partner with you, whether you're in the district, you're in the school, you got programming, helping you with program development, bringing in our program to engage those students that need that extra reaching, or even those that you just say, hey, we want to build them up. They got momentum, but we want to guide, we want to organize. Listen, we want to be a part of that, man. So hey, feel free. We are on fire to engage in this battle, man, to build this pipeline of power for those that we know have the full power and potential to become. All right. So, hey, that's it for me, Coach. Let's keep going, man, and we'll see them next time. All right.
See y'all next week. Next time.
Next time. All right, now let's go get it today. So,
already.